you know the cocaine of the sea? Neither a drug nor a contraband, the cocaine of the sea is the name of the Red Acoupa traffic. Maritime Crimes explains to you how this fish is at the center of an international maritime traffic. Red Acoupa, the Acoupa weakfish or the black-tailed basher. The cocaine of the sea has many names. Red and silver, the Red Acoupa is a bony fish belonging to the Guyana family, present in the waters of French Guiana. With an average size of 80 centimeters in length and an average weight of 10 kilograms, this fish is definitely not the biggest fish a fisherman can find. So what makes it so special? Like any bony fish, such as a carp, northern pike, or coelacanth, the cenocean has a swim bladder. As Charles Darwin remarked in his On the Origins of Species, this organ is an internal gas-filled sac allowing the fish to stay at the desired water depth. Mostly present on the Chinese markets, this fish is one of the most prized products considered by some as the Chinese truffle, and is even considered as a sign of financial wealth. Since 500 before our era, the benefits of the swim bladder can be found in Chinese literature, described as an aphrodisiac product. Benefiting of a high value, the Red Acoupa owned the name of ginseng of the sea, and was even part of the 7 dishes of the Emperor of China. The uses: powder, soup, binder, or stew. A swim bladder can be declined in many forms and contain benefit for the immunitary system. It can also be found in the cosmetic industry. "30 kilos of fish correspond to 1 kilo of bladder. In 10 years, the price of the bladder drastically went up to €40 the kilo in 2014 to €180 this year. A kilo of dry bladder can even be sold at €6,000. Because of this attractive market, the Acoupa is victim of illegal fishing and also overfishing. Present alongside the 378 kilometers of French Guiana, the Acoupa live in the sandy bottom. Attracted by the profit, fishermen from Suriname and Guyana make their ways to the French Guiana's coastline. This sees fishermen armed and without fishery license dwindled the resources. From this area, the Acoupa is transported to the Hong Kong's markets to be sold at gold price. "24% oof the bladder in Hong Kong are imported from Brazil, Suriname, or French Guiana, and 50% of it come from an illegal fishery. French Guiana fishermen do not declare 70% to 80% of the remuneration. How about the impact? It is hard for the authorities to evaluate the scale of the traffic in terms of money, fish stock, and environmental impact. Board motors and gill nets are the most used technique to fish the Acoupa. However, this kind of net is highly governed by environmental law. Only 22% of the target species get caught. The rest of the catch concern endangered species such as stingray or hammerhead shark. A risk for the Acoupa prosperity, species around, and for the security, the traffic of the swim bladder definitely earned its name of cocaine of the sea. Facing this difficulty and acting for the protection of the species, the latest IUCN report classified this species as vulnerable, with an estimated decline of 30% over the last 20 years. The Food and Agriculture Organization show how illegal fishing harms the biomass and the development of the Acoupa. The WWF, the CIRPEM and EFRIMA and the French government have associated to study the situation and the possibilities. In November 2025, the Acoupa McDonald added to the Washington list, following a long list of species. The vaquita, also for its swim bladder, is now the most endangered cetacean in the world.